Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, everyone. It is June 10th. It's Thursday. And it's time for the daily reflection. I hope everybody's having a good morning. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Follow us. There's a lot of places you can follow us on, and I'll start getting that stuff together so this is a little bit more smooth, so you guys can check us out there too. YouTube, of course, you can find anything that we do on our website at trudgingtogether.com. So go check that out. Yeah, tell me how crappy it looks. It's just not my forte, man. It's not my forte. So yesterday we got some news that my wife's aunt, who raised her, it's her mom, is in ICU right now, and she has she's hooked up to machines so that everybody can say goodbye. So, kind of goes along with what we're talking about today, is that we tend to stay sober and get more things done when we add frustration or something challenging in it, right? And I talk about this a lot, where I relapsed a lot more when I was happy than when I was sad. So, but let's get to today's daily reflection. June 10th. Impatient, try levitating. We react more strongly to frustrations than normal people, as Bill sees at page 111. Surveying the past. We should make an accurate and really exhaustive survey of our past life as it has affected other people. In many instances, we shall find that though the harm done others has not been great, we have nevertheless done ourselves considerable emotional injury. I don't know about that. I think I did a lot of harm to people. This didn't really match, so I was just checking the page. Then, too, damaging emotional conflicts persists below the level of consciousness, very deep, sometimes quite forgotten. Emotional abuse is just as bad as physical abuse. Okay? And I was not physically abusive, but I was mentally abusive, man. Especially if you tried to get involved in my drinking career. Okay, if you said, "Hey, Dion, do you think maybe you drink too much?" I'm going to break up with you. Because I would have already told you I drink a lot, and if you don't like it, that's too bad. I would have told you that in the beginning. I was very clear when I was drinking. See, I knew I was a drunk. I knew I was an alcoholic. I didn't want to do anything about it. And I certainly didn't want your fucking help. I didn't need more AA shoved into my head. I already had 12 years of it, right? That just pissed me off more. And especially when there were people that didn't know anything about it. I fucking run circles around them. God, how fucking rude of me. These people just wanted me to be, just wanted something better for me. And I refused it. At the same time, I gotta say that I'm glad I'm not with those people because they probably are with better people. They're probably with somebody that's a better fit for them. Because I'm I'm where I want to be in my relationship. I know that. Then, two, damaging emotional conflicts persist below the level of consciousness, very deep, sometimes forgotten. Therefore, we should try to recall and review these past events which originally induced these conflicts and which continue to give our emotions violent twist, thus discoloring our personalities and altering our lives for the worse. We react more strongly to frustrations than normal people. By reliving these episodes and discussing them in strict confidence with somebody else, we can reduce their size and therefore potency in the unconscious. Yes, I love that. And I would love to say go get a therapist, but if you have Medicaid, you ain't gonna find one in Colorado. That's where I get. And that's kind of frustrating. It's very frustrating right now. Um, I mean, I can go get a therapist, but it's 3 months until a freaking intake. They do not treat. They You need to go get help, but it's going to be frustrating, and that's why I it's so hard for me to say, hey, yeah, go try this and go try that if it's not available. So if you have Medicaid, you might want to look for. I would say maybe look for a recovery coach, but I would be very, very careful on who I got. And I would go through, I would probably go through MHCD. That's who I would use. In fact, Dion, that's probably a good idea for yourself. Maybe I will call the Mental Health Corporation of Denver today and see what resources they have for EBT and EMDR, things like that, right? Right? Sometimes just talking can solve our own problems. I didn't think of that. So while I'm sitting here giving advice to other people, it's advice that I should be taking, huh? And why I do this, man. It's about self-awareness, knowing where you're at, what to do. Impatient with other people is one of my principal failings. I'm not feeling very patient today. I'm not. I will find some. I'm not going to pray for it though. Following a slow car in a no passing lane or waiting in a restaurant for a check drives me to distraction. I hate hurry up and wait. God, that drives me nuts. I hate standing in line. Traffic. If I'm driving, I'm okay. Um, I actually have this thing like a couple weekends ago when I got really upset. My wife's like, "Do you want me to drive?" I'm like, "No, I want to drive." And no, you shouldn't drive while you're angry and stuff. But here's the thing: is it's going to calm me down because I know that I'm the person that won't treat other people like shit, even though I'm in a bad mood, because those people have not done anything to me. So for me, getting in the car means that I have got to bring down um, that anger. People are really not liking what I say today. Before I give God a chance to slow me down, I explode, and that's what I call being quicker than God. That repeated experience can give me an idea. I thought if I looked down on these people, I thought if I could look down on these events from God's point of view, I might better control my feelings and behavior. I tried it, and when I encountered the next slow driver, I levitated and looked out down on the other car and upon myself. I saw an elderly couple driving along happily, chatting about their grandchildren. They were followed by me, bug-eyed and red-faced, who had no time scheduled to meet anyway. I looked so silly that I dropped back into reality and slowed down. Seeing things from God's angle of vision can be very relaxing. You don't know what's going on with that person. You ever been in an emergency where you got to get somewhere now? Other people don't know it and you're just booking along. You don't know what's happening in other people's lives. You know, maybe somebody is acting a certain way because of something going on. And if that person seems unapproachable, then maybe you should approach them. Have some faith in God and trust. And go do the right thing instead of running away. Because that's what we usually do. And unfortunately, we're being taught to do that more and more. So don't do it. Treat people with a little bit of respect, even if you don't like them. All right? All right, guys. Peace out and have a day. Love you. Bye.